Just pull up a chair. The wedding went well yesterday. The newlyweds are happy. They're actually here right now. Let's get to it. Just pull up a
To
chair.
the Women Deserve Less podcast.
Back to work, chat. Back to work.
I'm here with 6 OF models in their 30s that read at a second grade level that will never be loved because they are all whores.
I work in finance.
Don't talk over me! Damn! Don't talk over me! Please stop talking over me! Jesus! I need all the attention. Stop!
Alright, this is not funny unless you know what's going on. I thought I didn't have to say the title, but the title is Women Today, Modern Women Today, women of today, modern women when they go on podcasts. We gotta hear this again.
Deserve Less podcast. I'm here with 6 OF models in their 30s that read at a second grade level that will never be loved because they are all whores.
I work in finance.
Don't talk over me! Damn! Don't talk over me! Please stop talking over me! Jesus! I need all the attention. Stop! Do it again, and I'll slap all of you across your 2 out of 10 faces with my cock.
2 out of 10 faces is crazy.
That's what's wrong with the Western woman and the radical left, chat. Women think they should speak.
The radical left.
How about nobody speak?
That's what's wrong.
Unless they're a man. Thank you. So we're here to debate women about topics they know nothing about. So when I ask them questions about things they have no knowledge of, it makes them look dumb. So my first question to you ladies: how many craters were on the moon in 800 BC? What? Dumbass bitches! Dumb ass dummies! This is the bar, man. This is the bar. This is why. This is why it is 100 degrees in Arizona year round. Because women are fucking brainless, pathetic morons these days. God! All they care about is money, Miami, Love Island, and cheating. Do any of you airheads have anything to say with some substance that's completely male-centered? Any of you?
I think that women are pretty terrible.
Exactly! Thank you! It's rare to find a woman that makes sense nowadays. But if you ever answer a question I ask without raising your inferior woman hand, or if you speak at all, I'll kill your entire family. Okay, time to take some calls from the 49 Short King hotline. Call in and tell us why women deserve less.
The road to greater has never been bolder.
Chat, he might as well put a name on it, right? We know who he's throwing under the bus. Hey, he's not far off. I get it.
Making a move, and it is worth the wait.
He made me think of this, chat.
Traveling.
No. 1.5 steps.
Come on, Jackie, you walk.
Suck my cock. I'll murder your family.
You're gone, Jackie Moon.
And Jackie Moon is ejected from the game.
What did I say?
You said that's my seat.
That's my seat.
And one lucky fan will go home with a game ball.
That's your head next time.
You're a big baby, Jackie.
Jackie Moon and the referee really going at it here.
I didn't say anything.
You said that's my seat.
I barely raised my voice.
I should call your mother.
You need a phone to heaven to do that.
Maybe your mom didn't go to heaven.
Oh dear. Oh my. Oh no.
Okay, everyone off the floor. Let's go. Traffic, let's go.
No, Jackie.
It appears a line has been crossed by Father Pat.
Let's talk about movie talk real quick. Watch this.
Oh.
See, Notice how they blurred the last two guys sitting on the bench, but they kept in Broski. This is why, chat, I say, if you're blessed and fortunate enough to get a role, and get a good role, you're playing along Will Ferrell. D. Ray Davis, that is, a comedian. Hilarious. Look at him acting. He's acting as if the camera is on him. He's a side character. He has a good role in the movie, but he's acting as if the camera is going to catch him. And they did catch him. And because he did some good acting, look at that face he's making. When the priest said what he said, that's a genuine, no, he didn't just say that face. And he made the movie. The other two guys who are in their own world watching the basketball game, or just not even watching the game because nobody's playing, just standing there thinking the camera's not going to catch them, thinking that this is not their scene. Notice how they got blurred out. Now, mind you, I don't know the behind the scenes, story. I don't know if they told D-Ray, hey, you're going to be in this one, so pay attention. But what I would say is that most likely it was good acting. He's focused, so he's not out of focus. The other two guys, they put them out of focus because we had one guy that was focused. And this is why it's important, chat, to do what you can to stand out when you got a little side role, to act as if the camera's on you at all times, stay present, stay in the movie, stay ready. And 3, to shake and bake. Bring your own little style, bring your own flair to it, and try to really stand out. And you'll be surprised. You'll go from a character that was going to be unalived and taken out in about 3 seasons, or 3 episodes rather, to a character that stays for 6 seasons or to the end. You never know. But look at that. That's good acting. I mean, it's such a dumb thing to say it's good acting, and he's just making a face. But he's in the moment. He's acting, and he was on the screen. The other thing I'll say about Semi-Pro, classic movie. I got like 3 different things I can't stop repeating from that movie. But the other thing I'll say about it, this is why casting is top tier important to me. How you start a movie is important or a show. How you end to me is number 1. How you end. How do you close this? Do you close this chapter and make the people who have supported you never want to watch this again? Do you close it and leave it open-ended for more? Do you close it with the stupidest thing and I'm sitting there like, why would you end a movie like this or a show? Do you close it? Do you go out with a bang? And another thing that's important is casting. Casting for me is top tier. If I'm watching a show, even if it's well written, and you know I'm heavy on the scripts, a good script, even if it's well written, the scenery is great. If I'm watching a show and they cast like the best friend or the neighbor or the guy that always comes in and out talking to girls, if he's not cast right and I gotta keep listening to someone I just do not want to watch, I'm out of there. I'll leave it in the middle of the 2nd season because I just can't no more. These days I barely got time to do that, but that's how it was in the past. But these 2 right here, I'm not going to talk about whether or not the basketball team was cast right, but these 2 right here, these sports announcers, they were money. They were money the whole movie, from beginning to end. Their voices, their expressions, the comedic timing, they were money.
Oh, no.
Okay, everyone off the floor. Let's go. Traffic, let's go.
No, Jackie.
It appears a line has been crossed by Father Pat of all people.
Look, Jackie, I'm sorry.
Stop the broadcast.
Jackie Moon is pulling his team off the court.
You forfeit this game, Jackie, if you keep walking.
That's fine.
You threatened to kill my family.
God damn it, Pat. What the hell's wrong with you?
Don't get on your high horse, Redwood. Thank you, Dick, for staying.
And that will do it from St. Louis, where the score is inconclusive. Good night.
Dick.
Hey.
That's it.
We go to church.
I didn't even notice that one of the guys, one of the sports announcers is Red Wood, and then this guy's name is Dick. That's funny. I see what you did there. Have some patience, chat.
What are you doing? Watching TV. Oh God, dude. I won't come over here and throw this cake on me.
She is thick. She's really thick and pretty. Bro, you got yourself a nice little joint. Respectfully. Hey, if you don't want her to be judged, don't put her on the internet.
Get him, Harry. Get him, Harry. Get him. Whoa. We're just trying to play a game. Like,
alright, fake.
Oh my God.
Trash, fake pranks.
Just give us a ring later.
Get a room.
Or fake content.
Come on, man. You can still play with us.
Nah.
We can still play, but guys will be guys.
Is this okay? Is this here?
Is it?
Okay.
Even better. Ow.
Is this good?
Tell me your girl. Tell me your girl is bony without telling me.
I'm uncomfortable.
Bro said, "Ow."
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you uncomfortable?
Yeah, a little
We
bit.
should maybe. I have a good idea. Leave.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, he's an honest boyfriend. Don't get no better than that.
Let's go.
Hey, if I.
Oh, yes.
This is why honesty to me is so refreshing. If I'm dealing with a woman, bro, on everything, I'm not even joking, bro. I'm human. I'm just like you. My feelings can be hurt too if I'm not careful. But if I'm dealing with a woman, bro, and I really adore this woman, I would love a woman who's honest. Like, hey, babe, not right now. I don't mind that. I do not mind that. I would feel some type of way if it was every single time. Like the other day, they just played a clip. They were trying to prove a point about the comedian that's kind of going through it. And I know I'm, for one, not going to kick a man while he's down. But I'm just going to use his clips real quick. Because he loves that woman. So it doesn't matter what I think about her. And again, I don't even know her. I know I see a pattern, but I don't know her. But every time he wanted to kiss her, she kept pulling away. Like, you know, if I was trying to, like, you know, love upon my woman and that was the case, that's different. And I'm not talking about just on the internet, in real life. Because, again, I don't know if when he does that at home, she doesn't pull away. Shout out to bro. Hopefully he figures out where life is calling him and how to not let yourself get treated a certain way in life. It's too short. But, yeah. I'm not judging her. I don't know her. ... Yo, bro, run. I mean, patterns are patterns, you know, they speak for itself. But yeah, if I was, you know, showing her love or trying to love upon her and she pulled back all the time, that's different. But I'm talking about a woman that would just say, yo, babe, I just wanna feel alone. I just wanna be left alone. And not in a depressing way, just like she's on a game or a computer. I wouldn't mind that. I really wouldn't. But be careful what you ask for, because I say that now and then I'll feel some type of way.
That will have to wait.
No, it's ridiculous, man. I just want to give him FIFA. That's all I wanted. That's it.
I can't help
No,
myself.
I can't size, mate.
Blame it on her, not me. It's her.
Oh, hey, baby.
Hi.
Oh, hell yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, what you doing?
Is it okay?
Oh, I got my 2 girls with me. Hello. Oh, yeah, this is great.
Is this okay?
Yes. There's nothing better than gaming with my girlfriend.
Are you with me?
You should try.
Are you with me?
This content is real.
Yes.
You're really good at this.
Thank you. I know.
Now let me.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
The camera was set up secretly.
Let me ask you a quick question. Would you like to get a man's attention and keep it for years? Drive him insane for your love? Be the absolute center of his universe? Watch a free video from celebrity dating expert Amy North to get the man of your dreams.
Bro, I thought that was the woman that wrote that in there.
What are you doing?
Video games.
Hey. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. What are you doing?
Guys,
hold up. I'll be right back. What are you doing, babe?
Trying to sit with you, jeez.
We almost just tipped.
Yeah,
I'm in the
I
middle
know.
of a game.
That's fine, isn't it?
Why are you sitting on my lap during the game?
That's fine.
Because I want to. What, is that not okay?
No, I'm still here. Give me 1 second. Alright, I'll put this down. Do you want me to put this down?
Why don't
we almost
you?
just tipped. Oh, what's up?
Speaking of tip.
Why are you sitting on my lap?
Don't you want to like get off the game?
Get off the game.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's go. Let's get off the game.
Want me to get off this and get on that?
Trying the thing where you sit on your boyfriend's lap while he's playing a game and record his reaction. Starts scratching my back and playing with my hair.
Thank God I didn't grow up with a woman early on that was obsessed with content. Some of this is just like, what are we doing? Like adding that adding that text to speech is like, why? Am I hating, chat? Am I hating because I don't got a woman stopping with what I'm doing for some love? Yeah, maybe I'm hating. Chat, I'm telling you the funny thing about all this content with young people, a lot of these couples ain't gonna be together in about 3 years. College, breakup, life experiences. So a lot of the content we see, that's why we can judge these. We can look at these women and know they're probably not married. So it's alright to look at them and go, she's bad. Because these guys, these are kids. I mean, not kids, but these are teenagers who probably won't end up marrying each other. I'm throwing.
Don't do that.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah, I'm not throwing her out the way. Relax.
There you go.
As long as you bring the laptop back, no, that's it. Yeah, no, that's not how you do this. That's not the trend.
Okay.
The trend is to insert yourself, not insert dominance.
How long do we have to stay?
Bro, I see you, bro. You picked her up like a rag doll. That's how you manhandle Bay. What am I looking at? She's already on his lap. I mean, that's not the trend. You gotta show us how you got there. Hey, listen. Hold on, let's go back to her. Why not? Hey, listen. All these young couples that are definitely gonna, you know, I'm not hating, chat, I promise. All these young couples that are definitely gonna end up breaking up. Y'all gonna say I'm being immature for even saying this, but I'm just saying. Their next boyfriend, the guy that tries to put a ring on her finger, the guy that takes her serious, all this content is gonna be out there. All these videos saved. Like, you know what it is to bag a beautiful young lady? She bad. She bad. I don't need much. I'm a simple man just like you. You can act like, oh, you're above calling a woman pretty. She's a baddie. And hopefully he marries her. But these people are so young, chat, because that's the day and age we live in. Young people create content. He's probably not any older than 21. She's probably not any older than 23. Not a day older than 23. Chat, these young people that probably won't get married, and by the way, more power to them if they do. Blessings will be upon them. But if they don't get married, it low-key, without being immature, without acting like, you know, it's the life it's the hand we've been dealt. We're dealing with it now. It is what it is. But low-key, it kind of sucks that you go online and you watch one of these compilations and you might see Bay with a whole other man from like 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. And forever, the content will live on. It just is what it is. Bay was hugged up on him. She was playing freaky games on him. You know, some of these trends get a little freaky. Like, oh, go twerk on your man, see his reaction. That's not a thing. Should be. I can see that being catchy. But I'm saying, it's gotta kind of low-key suck. Especially not if you're like a, you know, just zealous, not jealous or nothing, but just feel like yours is yours. Especially, chat, when you're trying to marry her. It's one thing to just be sleeping with a woman or hanging out with a woman or even, you know, just... Anyways. Let's finish. I know y'all know what I'm saying, but y'all can act like y'all don't. Wait until it's your girl. Then we'll revisit this conversation.
It's fine. No, break it. It's fine.
Break it, it's fine. No, break it. No, that's what it was for. That's what it's meant for. That's what life's about. Break it. Break it, I break you. I break you off. Hey, listen, at least some of y'all got videos of you and a baddie. It might not be like that forever. Some of y'all might go to college and it gets a little harder to, bag women. And then your baddest girl might just be the one you make content with.
Because I'm not allowed to touch the remote at my own house because apparently I'm bad at it. And I always get us in a pickle. But now it's my turn. Hi, I'm Kristen Bell, and I am going to rewatch some scenes from throughout my career. Okay.
We're in. We're locked in. With Kristen Bell, we're locked in.
The window was open, so's that door. I didn't know they did that anymore. Who knew we owned 8,000 salad plates? For years I've roamed these empty halls. Why have a ballroom with no balls?
How did we get that joke in there?
I know.
Come on! We slid it under the radar. It almost didn't make it in.
You slid it in the crack,
what are you talking about? That's not what it means. Don't be a perv. I had always dreamed, as many people do, of being involved in a Disney animation film. They're so formidable in your life when you're young, and I was obsessed with them. And I remember sitting in my living room and on my old boombox, recording myself singing The Little Mermaid, just in case I ever needed that tape. And I mean tape, right? Yeah. When I finally got the opportunity, I was thrilled. And it occurred to me that I would do anything they asked me to. But what I should be valiantly striving for is to create a character that I really needed to see when I was 11 years old, which was someone like this character. Thankfully, they let me do it. I said, all the Disney princesses stand like this. Their hands are always perfect, their posture's perfect. I want her to be the opposite. I want her to wake up with drool in her mouth, and I want her to snore, and I want her to talk too much and too fast and wear her heart on her sleeve and trip over things. And the real quirk for a girl who is lovable but not as put together. And thankfully this whole experience was really collaborative, and some of those things they wrote in and others they didn't, and they let me kind of take the reins. Like the waking up sequence. She was just waking up normally and I said, can I add some snorts? Can you add some drool? Can I make this very realistic and kind of dorky? And they were open to all of it, and I still get such a sense of joy when I see it because I'm very proud.
You said in the past that your daughters didn't like Frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Now that they're older, do they appreciate it now?
They certainly appreciate it in the fact that they can go to college because of it, but they're not part of the Frozen phenomenon because kids are meant to make you feel grounded, and they are meant to reject things that their parents are involved in.
There's no way that
even
I'm
if
alone,
they
right? Tell me,
it
you didn't even know she had kids, right?
Tell me.
For the first time in forever, I'm such a fool, I can't be free.
I love working with Adina. She's so wildly talented. The funny thing about these movies is that we don't usually record together. I'd say maybe 85% of it was recorded separately. You're not even hearing the other actor when you're recording, you're listening to the director read their lines. So you kind of have to know the other actor really well and just make it all up in your head. But there was one song we recorded together which was my favorite part of recording this movie, which was the scene where Anna visits Elsa in the ice castle and we got to sing.
Chat, that's another thing. Remember, I'm keeping notes, chat. That's another thing we can go do. That'll be lit, chat. Take a bunch of us from the community and just go look at the behind the scenes of movies, voiceover movies, and telling you, child, we got some
in
plans.
the booth together. And there's just an energy there that's different when you're recording live with someone, and I just adore her.
We adore you, Kristen.
Makes sense for me to go.
Holy motherforking shirt balls.
What?
I love these guys.
Wow. Is everything okay?
Okay. Like as an adult, you kind of expect to hear some swears, but then there's like things you can put on TV and things you can't and censorship. So I thought they had a very unique comedic way of getting around it. There were a lot of fun ones. Bench, we had Fork is obviously the highlight and the one everyone walks away with.
Come on out.
I love these people.
Is everything okay?
William Jackson Harper's on the morning show now, guys. Also, anybody get to New York, see his Uncle Vanya? Woo! He was good.
Right as rain, Mikey, my boy. So, Chidi and I are gonna go to
Mikey
the bad
boy.
place.
What?
Trust me, I've got this.
This show was truly a dream come true unfolding for me. I had known Mike Schur since I'd been 19 years old when he was like a young SNL comedy writer. I had admired all of the shows he created. I knew what a lovely, lovely person he was to be around. And I got a phone call a year or two before the show started, and he said, "Hi, Kristen, it's Mike Schur. I want to talk to you about a union acting job." And I was like beside myself. I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. I'm finally able to work for this dream creator. I went into his office for a meeting, and it was supposed to be an hour, and I think we talked for maybe 2.5 hours because we realized we were really connecting on this preoccupation with what it means to be a good person. And he said, I really want to write a show about this, and I want it to have a central character who's kind of messing up the world around her, and I want there to be almost video game points, and I want them to discover they're in the bad place, and just everything about it was so interesting to me, and I was really grateful and flattered to finally be included in one of his projects. And then this cast was so much fun. I love these people. They're still some of my closest friends in the world. Yeah, I miss it very, very much.
They're never gonna call a train to take us to the bad place. They can't, because we're already here. This is the bad place.
Welcome to a new world of travel. Get global with premium travel benefits. Get away with an American Airlines Companion Certificate after card renewal. The new City Advantage Globe Card. Travel on City Advantage.
Over the past 20 years, L'Oréal Paris has honored 200 women of worth for uplifting.
Prior to starting the series, Ted and I were the only people that knew this twist was coming. And then there was a really fun moment around episode 10 where Mike and Ted and I sat down with the cast where he told the cast that he was going to reveal we were in the bad place. Up until that point, everyone was just taking the show at its word that this was the afterlife and this was the good place. So it was quite fun to watch these people I'd become friends with see this reveal.
Have y'all watched her show? This one.
Joanne, I listen to your podcast every week.
She loves a fan.
Oh my God, Zara. I knew I liked you. You have a great name and great taste. What do you like about it?
You're embarrassing yourself.
Thank you.
Look at this old woman aging like a fine wine. It was 30 degrees when we shot that scene. It was shockingly cold in Los Angeles that night. And
Really?
I was wearing like this off-the-shoulder thing, and that's why like they strategically placed the heat lamps behind us. And I had, I think, a big like woolly blanket over my lap just to try to stay warm. And everyone at the table was so cold, so we would be like shivering like this, and they'd call action, and then we just kind of loosen up and pretend like we weren't freezing to death.
You just did this episode about what a bad idea it is to have a three-way with someone hotter than you, and it basically saved my marriage. Always be the hot one.
What I liked so much about this character is that she comes across so confident. She comes across so self-assured, and yet what Aaron wrote inside her is like all this vulnerability.
I'm not asking for me. I don't care.
Okay.
Is she Jewish at all?
There's not a Jewish bone in her body. Unless you put one in her.
There's one way to...
When I was reading the script, it occurred to me very early on, like page 3, that the person who played Noah would have to be like sopping wet with charm at all times. Adam has that mode. He can't play a character where he's not oozing charm. I've seen it 1,000 times in his work, and I'm such a big fan of his work. He can also stare like googly-eyed into someone's eyeballs. And I was like, oh, if I can do that too and he can do that, maybe we can make this rom-com work. But I had also worked with him a few times in the past, and he's just a lovely person to be around. He has a great energy on set. He's very creative, and he's very like into the work, but not too much, you know? Like he wants to block the scene out and be very strategic and intellectual, but he's not like trying to be in character with you when you're at crafty. He's just a fun person to be around. And so I put my foot down right away, and I was like, you guys can go through whatever casting process you want, but it's going to be Adam Brody. Nice. So I'll talk to me when you're ready.
Sure. Throw your weight around a little bit.
I got some really interesting news this morning.
What's that?
Crime Scene was canceled.
Whoa.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm really freaked out right now, okay? Because seemingly the only actresses that actually can survive are the ones that show their cooter, and excuse me, but I refuse to do that. I have a little dignity.
This is such a funny movie. I have not seen this movie. I don't know that I've ever seen it in its entirety. Maybe at the screening. What? Jason did such a good job writing this movie. Did. Jason and Nick Stoller, our director.
Jason's the man.
Wow. It's hard for me to take any credit for this movie because this was so early on. I did not know what I was doing. I was just so happy to be chosen. But I'll tell you, booking this role was wild because I was working in San Diego on Veronica Mars, and I got the audition, which was a lot of material, and then a whole page about just you need to know how to improv. And I was like, I can pretend I know how to improv. And I got it on a Friday morning, and on Veronica Mars, we shot Fraturdays, which means we end around 7:30 in the morning on Saturday. And I did not sleep that night, and I tried to learn this material on set while I was shooting, and then I drove up to Los Angeles and auditioned at like 1 in the afternoon on no sleep, and somehow in that blackout booked this role, and I will be forever grateful. Oh my goodness.
And I don't have the frame to support plastic surgery. I would tip over.
This voice is very not for me.
And I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna exploit myself.
Nope. I'm glad my voice has come down a little bit because that's a lot. Actually, the day of this scene, that morning, I had received an email that Veronica Mars was canceled. So the irony was so thick because I think I was just talking in the first person that I found out that the job that I had had for 3 years had been canceled, and that happened to be the subject matter of the scene Sarah Marshall was shooting today. That was wild. That was a very like meta moment.
Hey, Upper East Siders, Gossip Girl here, and I have the biggest news ever. One of my many sources, Melanie91, sends us this. Spotted at Grand Central, bags in hand.
Veronica Mars had just gotten canceled. Gossip Girl had just gotten greenlit. And I realized that I was probably 5 or 10 years too old to audition for one of these parts. So I called the head of the CW.
Chat, that's another thing that we don't talk about enough. Not only would I like to be able to, I'm telling you, chat, we can make this app. We can make this happen. Not only would I like, maybe I shouldn't say too much. Because any day now, you never know when your blessing's around the corner. And if I get the right amount of money, of course it's going into the content. But it'd be nice to start an app. But anyways, I feel like those are key things that we would like to know. I would like to know, as a true fan and consumer of the content of cinema, I would like to know, like, from the time you got the role, okay, they booked you for the role, to the time, the very first day of shooting, how long was that? Because sometimes something would get greenlit, something would get a green light, and it'll take maybe months before they're even on set, maybe years. And I just would like to know that, me personally. Like, so, you know, she read the script, she booked the role, thank God. The other show was canceled. How long until you were actually in your trailer, on set, shooting the first scene? It's interesting.
Time and I said, hey, remember yesterday when you canceled my show? Could I be the narrator on this other show? And thankfully there was enough goodwill there that she gave me a chance and pitched it to the creators, Josh and Stephanie, and they said yes. And then really, this was the only project I've ever done where I never received a note, ever, throughout however many years it ran. When I went into the voiceover booth to start recording the pilot, I said, I'm just gonna try something. I'm gonna try to make it really like snarky and sassy and sexy, and we'll see where it goes. I did it, and they were like, great. And then I continued to record it for many years after that without any notes. They just trusted me. It was very empowering.
Nice.
2, please.
Make that 3 with the Capital
Chat.
One Saver Card. You
Snarky,
earn unlimited 3%
sassy,
cash back
sexy.
on dining and entertainment.
Hit us with a triple S.
Get your tentacles off my 3% cash back. Perfect delivery. What's in your wallet?
You don't want to know, Jackson.
Santa, did you get my letter?
Don't want to know.
I'm not elf. Elf. I'm 6'3". You want your family to go to team?
In my pants, I don't disappoint. In my pocket, I might just...
Ever wonder what it feels like to the people you actually taser? Let's give it a whirl. What do you say?
I didn't do any taser research. I wouldn't. That's believable enough. I realize I cannot pull off bangs under any circumstance.
Just act like I
There's
know what
just
it
too many
feels like.
cowlicks. A side swoop, maybe?
Not for 5 seconds on a
Logan,
on a
move
movie.
away from him.
Veronica, don't.
He killed my father!
Give me the gun, Veronica.
He killed everyone on the bus.
I had come to Los Angeles the year prior and had done mostly dramatic roles in New York on and off Broadway. And so like that was sort of like my training, but my real life personality was much goofier and I guess snarkier. And I think that the writing on this show informed the rest of my life. Like, oh wait, there's a lane where I can be self-assured and snarky, but also show some vulnerability here and there and engage the audience. I will forever be grateful to Rob Thomas for having taught me that that's a lane I can drive pretty fast in.
Give me the gun.
Yeah.
What's interesting is Logan wasn't written as Veronica's love interest. It was supposed to be Duncan, and somehow within the filming of the first couple episodes, people started commenting on the chemistry between Logan and Veronica, probably because it's that old trope that's like bad boy and semi-good girl who probably shouldn't. But there was like a heat and a chemistry to the aggression that they threw at each other. This is a testament to the good writing that they were like, well, we could continue going in this direction or we could take what we have, which is what we think is this chemistry, and write towards it and see what these actors can pull off. And then, yeah, the rest of the series became about Logan and Veronica. This truly feels like another person. Like I don't have an imprinted memory of doing this scene, but I can recognize that that's me.
Right.
It's very strange. Also, I haven't seen Veronica Mars in probably 17 years, awaiting the day when my kids are old enough to watch some of the topics that they explore on Veronica Mars, because I do think that it probably holds up, is my guess. This is a really well-written show.
Was it? Why have I never heard of it? Why did it get canceled?
I'm Kristen Bell. Thank you for watching me watch some scenes from my career. God, it's so pleasing to finally touch a remote. I'm really not allowed to use them at home.
We don't trust you with the remote controller at home? Why not? I mean, to some extent, I almost don't want to blame them. Because if I had a wife, chances are, when it comes to women especially, they're not the best at picking a movie. Now, if we're just watching TV, you know, watch whatever you want. But if it's movie time and we're going to get dinner and, you know, we have kids, women tend to drop the ball when it comes to put on a good movie. They're like, no, you're going to love this movie. And it's usually just some horror, some, you know, something about ghosts and stupidity.
I think you idiots are perfect. That's great. Well, where should we report to?
Down on Jump Street. 37 Jump Street.
No, that doesn't sound right.
This is 21 Jump Street. It's a hilariously, completely off-the-wall success story, and no one expected the film to work, let alone become a fan favorite and launch a potential franchise. And yet it did.
Next year, we'll probably just be right back across the street, just next door.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
We're not ahead of ourselves, we're right next.
But here's where Hollywood came up with an idea so crazy, it could have changed everything. Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill almost starred as their 21 Jump Street characters in a Men in Black film.
We don't want to do the same thing. We want to burst through our ceiling. You're gonna find another ceiling, and you gotta bust through that one. And you just gotta keep hammering ceilings.
Okay.
There's something to be said for the underdog, and that's what 21 Jump Street was when it first rolled into theaters in March of 2012, and pulled in over $200 million at the box office.
Nobody gave a shit about the Jump Street reboot when you first came on, but you got lucky. So now this department has invested a lot of money to make sure Jump Street keeps going.
Despite launching a highly successful sequel that pulled in $330 million, none of these accomplishments are the capstone on this creative endeavor. The greatest accomplishment Schmidt and Jenko mastered might be the fact that it almost broke completely new ground in Hollywood. In the proposed threequel, our twin protagonists would have been the first characters from one franchise to take over another. And what does that mean? Well, in 2016, Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill's characters almost starred in the highly beloved Men in Black series.
Traffic school, military school, scuba class, dance academy.
Yes, finally something I'm amazing at.
Remember, at this point in time, Men in Black was somewhat rudderless.
At Sierra, Steve discovered the best gifts at amazing prices for his whole family, which led to another discovery.
First film released in 1997 was a cultural phenomenon, the second film did okay, and the third film was welcomed warmly at the box office, but wasn't received with open arms by the public. With Will Smith essentially saying he was done with the franchise, Sony had a property that the general viewing public was aware of, but no main star or character to continue the franchise with. Enter the strangest and also weirdly appropriate pairing of characters and franchise maybe ever.
What if we actually went into the Secret Service and tried to protect the White House?
You think they're the most
I don't think that would work.
I'm gonna ask you to stop talking. I thought it was a pretty good idea.
Tentatively titled MIB 23, the film would have seen Schmidt and Jenko being conscripted into the shadowy alien defense force as chronicled in the previous extraterrestrial-themed Will Smith vehicles. The film was also going to be directed by James Bobbin of 2011's The Muppets. In an interview on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, we learned from Phil Lord.
Basically, the idea was that Jonah and Channing, a thing happened that got them embroiled into the world of Men in Black, and they ended up sort of teaming up to sort of stop an alien takeover.
While details of the franchise experiment are scarce, one key element of the story that has been revealed through interviews with the cast and prospective crew is that the boys would be wearing powder blue suits the whole time. The rank of black suit was something that had to be earned, so the whole time Schmidt and Jenko would be disgruntled that they were relegated to powdered blue suits doing alien cleanup work no one else wanted to engage with. Not too long after this information leaked, however, Collider asked Channing Tatum about the possibility of the Gonzo sequel ever making it to the screen.
I still think it can work. I really do. And if Sony would ever really and figure out the producer sort of problems that are inherent with that film, it's a big overhead on that movie.
It's that last part that truly sank the film, the budget, but probably not in the way you're thinking.
No more money in the budget.
What? I thought we had Cate Blanchett.
Cate Blanchett?
You mean carte blanche?
That one.
The creative risk of merging two franchises, surprisingly, wasn't the big hurdle for the studio, nor the idea of bringing back these beloved characters and putting them into a scenario that was distinctly foreign to the last time the audience saw them. It's not even the fact that Channing Tatum is a highly paid actor, or that the film would require a large budget for visual effects. It was the money going to the producers. Because you see, this proposed film would have had to be signed off on both Steven Spielberg and Neil Moritz, two long-running power players who have accrued a hefty purse for their creative services. And according to Tatum, no one was willing to take less money to get the project off the ground.
Once everybody's kind of not willing to come off their feet,
right.
you end up having a producer fee that's essentially maybe more than the actual budget of the movies.
Building a movie with an unprecedented high concept and these massive paychecks obviously was too much for Sony to commit to, so they took a step back and decided to retool the project as a continuity-free soft reboot titled Men in Black International.
Excuse me. Well, it's not going to save itself.
Are you saying that you need me to save the world?
Uh-huh.
Not so.
An obvious byproduct of studio meddling, creative cowardice, and too many cooks in the kitchen, it's very apparent that the film at one point had a great idea for a script that was then sanded down into nothing. The finished product is neither fish nor fowl. It's a mid-budget studio summer would-be blockbuster with nothing to say and nothing to push back against. It's a purely commercial enterprise, and it was received as such. The film made $250-ish million at the box office, off of a budget of around $110 million. Basically, a moderate success, but not a grand slam.
Right.
Oops. Sorry.
I don't know why they even spent the $100 million on the script anyways.
Of course, there's still no 23 Jump Street.
Great
so
actors, sure.
It kind of makes you wonder, was the secret sauce of making both these franchises truly work combining them? It would be the first time a film series has taken components of another and truly incorporated them. Sure, you have Freddy vs. Jason, Alien vs. Predator, even what the MCU has done, but there's something unique about this MIB-23 approach that just instantly sets itself apart from everything else. The fish out of water structure of the Jump Street films surprisingly ports over well to almost any elevated or exaggerated universe. The characters are lovable idiots, and their boneheadedness could easily be used to mine comedy out of interacting with the alien species at the center of the story.
It's in my mouth!
However, taking existing and beloved characters and making an original sequel for them with an existing franchise seems like something that would have been done by now, right? But it hasn't. Can you imagine Dexter co-starring in a Knives Out movie?
Something is afoot with this whole affair. I know it. I believe you know it too.
I had higher hopes for you. For us.
Or RoboCop popping up in the Back to the Future sequel.
It's gotta be the wrong year.
You are under arrest. Your move, creep.
Look, the risk for it to be bad is pretty high, but you'd think that someone would have tried it, even as just a marketing stunt. The practice of having characters show up in different TV shows is actually fairly common. Even Steve Urkel was on Full House, believe it or not.
How annoying could one kid be?
That's a good line.
The process of sharing beloved characters was a semi-constant on the small screen at one point, but this practice never fully transitioned onto the big screen. Today, the film appears to be pretty much dead. Tatum is off in Marvel Land trying Gambit.
Yeah, he's not coming back for
You can call me the guy.
Aliens.
It's been a while since I've seen Sling Blade. Hit me again.
And Jonah Hill is writing and directing his own projects.
I will say it came very close to happening.
Wow.
Very, very close.
Is that so? Are any of them still being developed?
It's not being developed.
The film is pretty much shelved indefinitely, but that doesn't stop Tatum from discussing it any chance he gets, which honestly is very sweet.
But it's by far and away the best third sequel to any franchise that I've ever read in my entire life.
It's cool that he obviously really believes in this harebrained idea. And look, he was campaigning to be Gambit for the better part of 15 years.
They call me the Gambit. Do they?
Hey, listen,
Are you
I've
sure
been
you
trying to
didn't
be
just
Gambit
really,
for the
really want
last
them
18
to, but it
years.
never quite worked out?
Maybe we'll all be enjoying
Exactly.
MIB-23 in
Didn't
another
quite work out.
half decade or so. Anything is possible.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
And well, that's all we have for this episode. But what do you think? Should Sony...
Listen, I would literally Google Gambit movie coming soon. Marvel movie, Gambit coming soon. I literally will Google Gambit movie coming soon. Trying to find a spot where they say auditions for Gambit down here. I would have been in front of the line like I was waiting for a pair of sneakers. You know how people camp out? Anyways, what's this? I'm gonna react to it because you sent it. And as long as you keep sending it, I'll keep reacting.
Just long as you twerk, yeah, she for me.
Oh, I like that. I get it. For me, I like that. That's interesting. A little creative. She tried to whoop her. was too far.
Darling, twerk, rub me, darling, twerk, rub me, darling, twerk, rub me, darling, twerk, rub me.
Oh, that's a kid. I guess it's supposed to be a joke. Not really trying to get her. Don't think about it, get her. Alright, hold up. Bro, I get that it's a joke, but these are little girls. Like, I'm not sure if that girl's older than 15. I get it. I get the joke. Pretend you're gonna twerk and your mom stops you. But this is kind of crazy. Yeah, that's a grown woman. He was on it. Alright, Chad. Get out.